Janik here, figure skating and learn to skate coordinator at Morgan Park Sports Center, a Chicago Park District facility at 115th and Western on Chicago's south side. Every week we're getting together with our skaters off ice so that we can practice our skills so that when we get back on the ice, the skills are stronger and a lot easier to do. This week we're going to be doing our Basic 3 curriculum. So all of the skills in Basic 3 are the ones that we're going to be doing here off ice at home. So if you're in Basic 2, Basic 3, or Basic 4, I suggest that you stick along with us and you can practice your skills. Because these skills require a little bit more of a gliding motion on the ice, I suggest that you grab a towel or a paper towel, or you do them in socks so that it'll give you much more of that gliding motion that you feel on the ice, more on your kitchen or your living room floor. The first skill we're going to do in our Basic 3 curriculum is forward stroking. So there's three things that I start out with my skaters doing. And we always start with our T position. So we're going to open our feet into an L, and then we're going to slide a foot behind us. Okay, so we're going to do that with the other foot. Open your foot into an L and slide the foot behind you. Okay, so I'm making a capital T with my feet. We call that T position, and that's the ready to push off position. Okay, so we're going to try that one more time. Open your feet to an L, slide your foot behind, and then on the other foot, open your foot to an L and slide that foot behind. That's the T position. That's the first part of stroking. The second part of stroking is your knee bend. Okay, so you want to make sure that you always have a nice light knee bend. You never want to lock your knees before you take a push off, because then you're going to be super straight. You're not going to get a lot of push. So you want to have a nice soft knee bend before you push. And then the last one is your arms. You want to have your arms out in a straight line into that T. So you want to have those three things before you push off into your stroke. And the three things will help you remember how long you hold your stroke. Each stroke you want to hold for 3 seconds. Okay, so you're going to do T position, that's 1. Light knee bend, that's 2. Arms up on 3. Then you're going to push with that back foot up and pull together. Now, just like the scooter pushes, you're going to push back in that diagonal position, but unlike scooter pushes, we're going to push with the other foot at the same time. So we're going to push off, pull together, and then push with the other foot and pull together. We kind of call this the walking of skating. You're using both feet instead of just one, and you're going to use it forever. Okay? So remember those 3 things. There's the T position, arms up, bend your knees, push off, hold, 1, 2, 3, feet together. Push off and hold, 1, 2, 3, feet together. Push off and hold, 1, 2, 3, feet together. Push off and hold, 1, 2, 3, feet together. The next skill in Basic 3 are called forward swizzle pumps. These you do on the circle, and they're getting you ready to do forward crossovers on the circle. So you're working on a big hockey circle, so you want to think about your arms making a big hug, a big beach ball around the circle, but you want your toes to point where you're going. So we're going to point our toes in the direction of the circle. We're going to imagine a big circle right here, and we're going to hug our arms around the circle, and we always push with our outside foot. So if we're going this direction, I'm going to push with my right foot. Okay, and just like those forward pumps that we did, we're going to push out and squeeze in, keeping our foot down on the ice. Unlike the stroking, you want to keep your foot down on the ice like a swizzle. Push out and pull together. If you're wearing gym shoes or you're having a hard time in the socks, you can use a towel. Just like I mentioned, make sure that you push out and pull and squeeze in. What we're really focusing on here is the push against the ice and then the squeeze of our muscles in the stand up tall. So again, you want to bend those knees on the way out and stand up tall coming in. Making sure that your arms are nice and twisted so that you're going on a circle, not on a straight line. You want to go in that circle, twist out, and pull together. Then we're going to switch to the other foot. So since we're doing the other foot, we're going to do the other arm in front. So we're going the other direction on the circle, other arm is in front, you're going to push out and squeeze and stand up tall. Push out, squeeze, stand up tall. You want to get a nice D action, drawing a capital D with your foot. The next couple skills were introduced to you in previous levels in Basic 2. So if you have trouble doing these skills, then go back and follow our Basic 2 video and you'll get a little bit more of an introductory level. So the next one is going to be a 2-foot turn. So just like we did last week, we're going to point our toes in one direction. We're going to put our arms up. Just like when we're on the circle, we're going to twist those shoulders to make sure that we're doing a twist. You're going to bend, rise up, and re-bend. So this one, the reason that makes it more difficult is that you're going to do it moving. The one in basic 2 is at a standstill, so that when you can just twist back and forth. The one in basic 3, you have a glide to it. So you're going to take a couple marches, or some scooter pushes, or some pumps. You have all sorts of options now that you're in basic 3. You're going to 2-foot glide, twist those shoulders, pop up, and re-bend. So that's really the secret here to the twist, is you want to make sure that you're bending your knees, you rise up in the middle of your turn, and then you re-bend when you come back down. So you don't want to go all the way up to the tippy top of your toe picks, but you want to get pretty close. So you really want to rise up and then come back down. So you're going to twist, rise up, and come back down. Twist those arms, rise up, and come back down. The next skill is a backward 1-foot glide. So just like we talked about last week, when you're skating backwards, you want your weight to be a little bit forward on your toe. So when you're skating forward, you're going to put your weight a little bit back on your heels, but this time we want our weight to be a little bit more forward on the balls of our feet. Okay, so just like the 1-foot glides, you're going to get some speed. So you're going to do some wiggles or swizzles. Again, whatever you want to do to get speed. You're going to 2-foot glide to get balance. You're going to rock forward to the balls of your feet, and then you're going to lift up your foot and hold it for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a little bit harder now that you're up on the balls of your feet. Again, get some speed, do some wiggles or swizzles, whatever you want. 2-foot glide. Lift up your foot, rock forward, and hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If that's pretty easy for you, then the challenge is that you want to close your eyes. That'll get your body working a little bit harder on balance. And if you want any more balance challenges, then we have a couple of videos posted on our YouTube page about other balance challenges, so you can check those out and make them even harder. Next skill is a backward snowplow stop. So there's a lot more backward skating in snowplow 3, so we need to learn how to stop so we don't crash into people or crash into the boards. Okay, so just like all of our other snowplow practice, you want to start out by pressing lightly against the ice and then pressing harder as you get more comfortable. This time what I want you to think about doing is opening up your foot just a little bit, because since you're skating backwards, you need to open up your foot just a little bit to stop that action. We glide our feet, and that's what keeps us gliding, but if we open up our feet this way, or close our toes this way, that's what makes us stop, because our skates can't glide going sideways. Okay, so as you're doing your snowplow stop, you want to very slightly open up your foot. So you're going to lightly graze, open up that toe a little bit, lightly graze, open up that toe just a little bit, and then as that gets easy, you're going to bend your knees and really press and hold. Really press and pull back together. So again, you want to think about skating backwards. Again, your weight's going to be a little bit forward on your toes. You're going to press and hold it, hold it, hold it until you stop. Press and hold it, hold it, hold it until you stop. The next one we're going to do are slaloms. So we practiced our curves last week, which are a bigger version of slaloms. We had our feet separate and we had a little bit more space. Slaloms, we want our feet to be pretty close together, almost touching, but the motion is still the same. So you still want to think about your knees going from side to side and your edges going from one edge to the other. You're going to go outside and inside, and then switch to outside and inside, switching back and forth. So once you get a little bit comfortable with that motion, then we're going to start adding the twists, 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 and that'll really help you going down the ice. Twist, twist, and twist. The last skill is a brand new one, and it's a little hard to do off ice. So I would suggest getting your towel, but we're going to do what we can. So it's called a forward pivot. So what you're going to do is you're going to put one toe in the ice, and you're going to draw your swizzle pump around in a circle. You're going to pump, squeeze, pump, squeeze, pump, squeeze, pump, squeeze. You can do that both directions. You can do it one direction. Whichever one feels more comfortable for you is totally fine with us. So that is all the skills in Basic 3. Really great job today, guys. Thanks everybody for joining us for our Basic 3 skills today. Hope you enjoyed them. I had a great time. If you have any questions about any of the skills that you learned today from Basic 3, please email kjanik, J-A-N-I-K, at morganparksportscenter.net, or feel free to leave them in the comments. If you have any questions about any of the virtual programming that we're doing here on Facebook or YouTube, please email virtualfitness@mcfettridgesportscenter.net. Please also make sure to like and follow our Facebook page so you're updated on all of the new programming, contests, and events that we have going on our Facebook page. Thanks again. Hope to see you guys soon. I hope you're staying safe and healthy.